Boys, the first 100k you'll make on FC26 is much easier than you think. I think people overcomplicate it a lot, right? But I guarantee after watching this video, you will not be on less than 100,000 coins for very long at all. This is almost like a precursor to starting trading, so it's less sort of trading methods and tips. This is how you get your first 100k easily to then start trading. And I think if you're a more experienced trader, you'll still get some good tips from this video. Let's jump right into it, boys. It will be a shorter video today, but I know so many of you get stuck at that 100k mark or being below 100k because having no coins is very difficult to start making coins, okay? So let's go through it one by one, your step-by-step plan to get there. First one being is, boys, if you look on this club menu screen here and you don't have, or you do have, I guess, tradable players that sell for any value and you're on below 100k, in my opinion, get these sold. And here is why. Listen to me. It doesn't mean you should have to use a crap team like I'm using here. What it does mean is if you're on less than 100,000 coins, right, the easiest way to make coins on FC26 is to have coins. So what you can do is sell these players in your team. So maybe you had a tradable Bon Matty or you had some of these cards tradable, okay? Get them sold, get above 100k, 200k, and I guarantee you can make the coins back for them players that you've just sold very, very soon. And not only that, all these players are downtrending for the rest of the year. Like, if you've got any expensive players, they're only coming down, so don't worry about it. The plan is not to never get them back. It's just to sell them, get some coins, and then you can start making coins way easier. That is just step number one, but I know people don't like selling their team. So I thought I'd get it out the way nice and early, okay? Boys, number two, and this one is crucial. I almost guarantee every single one watching, every single person watching could learn something from this next tip. And it is simply going through your club and checking what sells, but more than you even think, right? So it's like that part of tip one that we've just gone through, but even more detailed, okay? Go into player search. And again, if you got anything in the club, if you do this here and sort by value high to low, do you have anything that sells like this discard in form where you can get 10k from it, okay? Anything like that at all is so worth selling just until you're on 100,000 coins. I promise you, you'll see what I mean in the long run. It is worth it. But not only that, right? There is also a lot of players recently, due to daily SBCs, that sell for all sorts of other reasons. Go and check when daily SBCs come out. Do you have any gold commons or even silvers that sell because of the daily SBC? So yesterday, the one that was really good was silver defenders and goalkeepers. And I'm sure a lot of you will have seen, right? If you had right backs or left backs or goalkeepers, and I guess some centre backs, right? And they were from a strong league and a strong nation, they went for upwards of 5,000 coins a lot of the times. And you could have sold 2 or 3 that you randomly had in your club and made 10 or 15k. So go through, boys. Check all your tradable silver rares, all your tradable gold commons. Even though you don't think they sell, I guarantee some of them do sell. It's a little bit mental, I know. But I guarantee in all of your guys' clubs, you have got at least 10, 15 or 20k sat there. And then the next step, boys, is staff with managers. Any managers that you don't use that are tradable, go and check. A lot of these managers sell for certain value depending on their nation. So I think right now, like Ecuador's up and all sorts, right? Some managers, like French managers, just always sell throughout the year. So that's your next one to go and check. And then you can also check club items. If you have things like a PSG badge like I do here, or if you have Man United, Liverpool, any of the big teams, they often sell. You can then even go to consumables. These Premier League manager leagues, they sell for like 1,000 or 2,000 coins. If you've got any shadows and hunters that you don't need right now, and I always recommend with shadows and hunters, just use untradable ones. Sell the tradable ones, because that 5,000 coins is great if you're on a low budget. But yeah, go and look for your manager leagues, look for your chem styles. And I guarantee you, boys, in all of your guys' clubs, you have got 10, 15, 20. And some of you boys will have like 50k plus just sat there, which if you combine it with the next tips, you'll be on 100k before you even get to the end of the video. It is that crazy sometimes, right? I guess the next tip with this one, though, boys, is just going forward. Every single day when we get SBCs, but specifically puzzle SBCs, which are SBCs like Count Command is a puzzle SBC. Just anything that just needs a bit of chemistry for a pack, right? When this SBC comes out, you would go and check Romanian players. You can see just under the webcam there, you need Romanian players. But anything that needs high chemistry, boys, just rises the price of so many gold commons and silvers. Can you see how this needs 31 chemistry, right? What this always does is it rises the price of things like Premier League English centre-backs or Premier League English strikers, La Liga Spanish strikers, La Liga Spanish centre-backs. Just cards that people will use to get chemistry. And what you're specifically looking for is cards that have not a lot of supply, which is why we're talking gold commons and silvers, because they're 2 cards that not a lot of people get in packs. So basically, although they're called commons, and although silvers you think of, not as good as golds, they're actually a lot rarer than gold rares. So go and look for your silvers every day. Go and look for your gold commons every day. If we get a daily SBC like this, or even when we get marquee matchups, right? When we get marquee matchups and you've got all the teams in there. So, for example, here, you've got all these teams you can go and sell players from. But especially when you get this bottom right squad here, even just Premier League players will sell, right? Although it's Tottenham-Chelsea, people will use Tottenham and Chelsea cards and then try and link them to more Premier League players. So silvers from the Premier League, gold commons from the Premier League. If you do this every day, you'll get 50 to 100k in the next couple of weeks without even thinking, right? It just adds up very quickly. So that's, I guess, it's the same tip, but make sure you're looking forward in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks to make sure you're not losing out on coins that way. And then, boys, let's keep the coins flowing. Next, go over to play. Go over to play versus AI. Some of you boys will know this. Some of you boys won't, and you've had coins sitting there the whole time. If you go to the star gallery in moments, right, and you go to this next page here, which is seasonal, this is the pack we're talking about. Yes, the 1-star pack is nice, but we're talking about the 10-star pack. Why? Because it is a rare consumables pack, which means in here, you are almost guaranteed shadows and you are guaranteed hunters and you are guaranteed loads of consumables, like we said at the start of the video, that sell for a good price, like Premier League, Manager Leagues, and all sorts. It is only 10 stars to get. 10 stars in moments is not hard at all. Go and do the Let's Get Started. Go and do the foundations. Go and do the milestones. Go and do the World Tour. Try and rack up at least 30 stars. And the reason... Oh, I've gone off it. The reason we say 30 stars is because the 10-star pack you can do 3 times. So go and get this pack 3 times. Let me just double check that for you boys. Yeah, 3 times. Go and get this pack 3 times if you haven't already. And it could be upwards of 50k sat there in those 3 packs if you get lucky with the shadows and hunters. I've seen some ridiculous packs of this. The average one is normally 10 to 15k. Let's say on average, you're getting 30 to 45k. Again, with the previous tips in this video, you should surely be looking now upwards of 60, 70 or 80,000 coins just with what we've gone through so far. And next, boys, we are going back to the SBC tab because this is one that's kind of related to what we've just said, but slightly different, right? Every time we get daily SBCs, always be on the lookout if you're trying to make your first 100k of SBCs that give tradable packs back, right? See this Prime Gold Players pack here? It is untradable, so we don't care. We move on. However, I believe this Goalkeeper pack, for example, gives a premium gold pack, okay? Go and complete this with untradables in your club. If you do not have the untradables in your club, genuinely, you can forget about it until you're on 100 plus K. Unless, you're a bit of a pack addict like me, then go for it. But in terms of just making your first 100k, right? If you can go and complete this with 99% untradables in your club for all these SBCs that give tradable packs, you will just slowly add coins throughout the year. The average price back you'll get from a premium gold pack is 5k if you hit nothing. Like if you hit nothing, there's just so many consumables that sell right now that you'll get 5k back basically from discarding it. So even if you get nothing, that's 5k. And like I say, do that with every daily SBC that gives a tradable pack and you'll very quickly get 5, 10, 15, 25k throughout the week if you just put in untradables that you get from rivals, that you get from squad battles, and that you get from FUT Champs into these SBCs. Okay, but this is where it gets juicy now, okay? That was a lot of the sort of precursor to trading and the things you need to do to sort of get your account ready and get some starter coins into the club. But I appreciate none of that has really been trading tips, okay? So you might have done all that. You might only be on 50,000 coins if you had nothing in the club, you had barely anything, and you just didn't have any coins to start with. So let's say you're on 50,000 coins, right? And you go, okay, look, I'm not on 100k. I need some trading tips. Don't worry, there is one easy way that I recommend everyone starts off with just to get their first 100k because it's guaranteed, it is easy, and you don't need to have traded for a while to understand it, okay? It is time dependent, but let me explain it. All you need to do is be on the lookout for a couple different things. I'm going to name them all here now. It is Rival Rewards, FUT Champs Rewards, then Squad Battle Rewards, and also I can't really show this one because I'm unassigned, but Friday promo packs, okay? There are 4 events throughout the week that happen at Friday, 6 o'clock. It happens at Sunday, 8 o'clock in the morning for squad battles. It happens at Thursday, 8 o'clock in the morning for Rival Rewards. And FUT Champs Rewards is more throughout the weekend, so that one can be a bit more difficult. But especially Rivals, Squad Battles, and Friday at 6 o'clock are the 3 that I'll delve into detail with. Because there is such an easy way to make coins from all 3 of those events throughout the week, where if you're not on 100k yet, you can do these 3. Like within 1 week, let's say, you can do them 3 things I'm about to explain and make 100k easily. So here's what they are, right? The first one is when we get Squad Battles rewards, we get a ton of supply on a couple different things. One of the main ones being low-end meta. Low-end meta, boys, we talk about it a lot. It's just low-end cards that are still meta. Yeah, I know, rocket science, right? One example is just Ball Day. He's low-end, right? Low-end coins. He's 1.3k, but he's meta, okay? When we get Squad Battle rewards, Sunday, 8 a.m. UK, you're going to look to mass bid an hour later. I can't stress, if you've never done this before, please go and do it next Sunday at 9 a.m., which is an hour after Squad Battle Rewards, and watch your coins fly. All you need to do is, that first 50k that you've made so far, is at Sunday, 9 o'clock, go and find more cards like this ball day. He might be a popular one, so go and find a list of 10 or 20, and 1 hour after Squad Battle Rewards, spend the next half an hour to an hour mass bidding on these cards. All you need to do is put your max buy now in, a couple hundred coins below like this, and go and mass bid on all of these cards for the next half an hour to an hour. The reason you do this is these will be majorly supplied with Squad Battle Rewards at that hour after they come out on a Sunday morning. And you can do that with all low-end meta cards. Genuinely, go and do it for half an hour. You will win so many cards that, for example, with Ball Day, you could make 500 coins per card. You pick up 20 or 30, and it's 15 or 20k within the space of half an hour, right? Free coins. You're already on like 80k in this hypothetical, okay? The next one is Rival Rewards, and Rival Rewards the exact same, an hour after you're going to bid, but you can also do it on consumables. The way consumable mass bidding works is you just choose any consumable that holds any value. So basically it sells for more than discard. So Hawk's a great one. It sells for more than discard. It's selling at about 800 coins. In this instance, right, Rival Rewards comes out at 8 a.m. on a Thursday. So an hour later at 9 a.m., if a Hawk is 800 coins, you can go and bid at 500 coins. Go and win loads of these cards because, again, they will be majorly supplied. And then what you can go and do them is sell them like later on in the day, make 300, 400, 500 coins per card. You can pick up 50 plus of these cards. And again, you're making 10, 20 or 30k basically for free. And the last one I want to talk about is Friday at 6 o'clock. We don't get rewards at Friday at 6 o'clock, boys, but I'm sure you'll know we get promo packs. And what does this mean? It means more cards like this Ball Day come onto the market. But not just him, right? Cards like a little bit more expensive. Like, for example, I'm using Frimpong here. Just a little bit more expensive. It's all that I'm going for. A lot of these cards get packed in Friday promo packs, right? He's out of packs at the minute, so he's probably not a good example, but you get the point. Cards that are around 10,000 coins. These cards get packed majorly Friday at 6 o'clock. So once again, 1 hour later, so Friday, 7 p.m. UK time at least, you can go and throw bids in on this Frimpong for huge undercuts. Let's say he was 10k at Friday at 6. You can genuinely go and bid at like this price here, 6.5, 6,000 coins. You will win a surprising amount of cards if you do this from Friday, 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. Sell them a few hours later. And once again, it'll be another free 20 or 30k. So if you add all three of them together, you're already looking towards 100k alone from those 3 days. But combined with everything else in this video, you just can't not be on at least 100,000 coins after all of this. Boys, today was a quick one. It was a fast explanation, but I just think that everyone watching this should be on now at least 100,000 coins by the end of the week, and then they can start their true trading journey with the rest of the videos coming up on the channel. If you could leave a like on the video, boys, if it did help you out, it does help me out. And any questions whatsoever, just comment them down below, ask them on Twitch, ask them in our Discord. Just make sure you ask me them. I will answer them everywhere, and I'll answer them all. And if you've not already, check out this 67 tips about trading video that came out the other day. It is like the beginner perfect master guide to trading. Go and watch that, and it'll give you so many tips to start trading if you're new at this. But yeah, boys, like always, until next time, I will see you all in a bizzle.